What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about how we are going to play at first our violin. We're going to start with a technique called pizzicato, which means plucking of the string with our fingers. And I'm going to introduce the different string names that you guys have on your violin. So let's actually start with that. You have 4 strings on the violin. The lowest sounding string is your G string. The next one is your D string. Next one is your A string, and the smallest, thinnest string, the highest sounding one, is your E string. So there's G, D, A, and E. Okay, so those are your 4 strings. So let's see if we can do a little string exercise, plucking all 4 of the strings. So in the other video, I showed you guys how to hold your violin properly. So I'm going to get to my position right now. I'm going to hold the violin up like this. Make sure I have my shoulder rest. Okay, I'm going to be up here. And actually, this is a good exercise to just keep your left hand down, because we're going to play open strings, so not necessary to keep my fingers up, because we're not putting any fingers down on our fingerboard. Yeah, we're going to play open strings. And so you can kind of see what string I'm hitting. All right, so let's shape our right hand. So this is my right hand. Okay, I'm going to make an L, or I guess a backwards L if you're looking at it. Okay, and I'm going to tuck these 3 fingers in, and there is a purpose for that, so just kind of do what I'm doing. Okay, here's your thumb, and here's your first finger. The other 3 fingers are closed. I'm going to bring my thumb, I'm going to go down and up until I hit this corner right here of the fingerboard. So I'm touching it right now. Okay, and I'm going to sort of anchor it here. My thumb is not going anywhere. And this is my index finger, my first finger. And this is the finger that reaches over and touches and plucks the strings. So I'm going to pluck all 4 strings again and show you the names again. So I'm going to reach across, hit the very top string. That's your G. The next one here is your D string. The next one over is our A string. The next one over is your E string. Okay? So that's G, D, A, and E. For my students this year, we're primarily working with the D string, which is right here, the 2nd string down, and the A string, which is the 3rd string down. Okay, so we're going to get really comfortable getting to know these 2 strings, the D string and the A string. Okay, so let's pluck each string 4 times. So I'm going to start with the G. Okay, so I'm going to go 4 quarter notes. G, 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 G. Maybe you can play it. Ready, go. G, 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 G. Okay, now let's go to the D string. Okay, watch how I'm plucking the string. You have to really kind of pull it to get that nice ring sound. If you're barely touching it, you don't get a really good sound, right? You also don't want to use your fingernails or your nails. Yeah, we don't want that sound. Go ahead and use your whole finger, okay, and kind of pull the string. You're not really going to hurt it, as long as you're not trying to rip it off the violin. Okay, so go ahead and just pull the string so we get that nice ring. So let's try the D string. Let's play that 4 times. Ready, go. D, 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 D. Okay, and I'm going to go over to the A string. I'll play first. A, 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 A. Okay, now you can go with me. Ready, go. A, 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 A. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it over down to the E string. Let's be the high sound. Okay, and play with me. Ready, go. E, 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 E. And those are the 4 strings that we have on violin. And notice that I kept my left hand down the whole time. It does get tiring, so the more you do it, the stronger you will build these muscles here. Okay, but it is important that you understand that you're holding your violin with just this, your shoulder rests, and your neck muscles. Okay, the left hand does not provide support here. Okay, so we want to get used to that. So again, to review, here's your G, here's your D, here's your A, and here's your E. Okay, and get real used to those string names, especially when your teacher asks you to come up for tuning. You want to make sure that you can play all the right strings when they ask you to switch from string to string. Okay. And so key points are, when you're doing pizzicato or plucking of the string, keep your 3 fingers tucked in, and these are my little pinchers. Thumb goes on the fingerboard here, anchor it here, and you're going to reach across, and you want to pluck right over the fingerboard. You don't want to bring it all the way over here. It's kind of uncomfortable, and you get a better sound and a better ring right there. Okay? And that's it. Those are the 4 strings.